Three, two, one. Ba da ding ding, ba ding ding ding, ba ding 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 ding. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the live horror hump days right here, coming at you from the future b.hive studios. Who knows? Who really knows? What we do know is, hang on here, I'm trying to simulcast on here at the same time that hey Jessica, welcome. Long time no see. Let's see, you gonna let me in? Oh, here we are. Here we are. Alright, so yes, I'm all set up here at the Winthrop Mercantile. Thank you very much to Bobby and Beth Paulson. Hola, Kevin. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to another night of Sleepless Wednesdays. And, yeah, we have been reading my book, Pavor Nocturnus, which is a fancy Latin term for, fancy Latin term for night terrors, which is what I hope to give Kevin on a weekly basis. So, anyhow, the book is basically about, 10 dreamers who are stuck in nightmares. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? Who are stuck in nightmares and that they can't get out of. And they are being held hostage by the House of Pavor Nocturnus. And it is feeding on them, feeding on their nightmares, on their fear. And it is up to our hero, Joe Salinsky, to rescue them. Because he has found that it comes from a long line of Zvavichels, which is mission accomplished. Good. Which is basically he's a savior. He saves people from creatures from the land of Nod, which is what he's doing, and he's rescuing people from these from their nightmares. So, kind of a new setup here tonight. Hope the internet works for you. Actually, Beth, I brought my own internet, so that way I don't get interrupted. Well, hey, Uncle Tom, welcome. Good to see you. So, I do have kind of a new setup here. One, I'm doing Horror Hump Days from the Paulson's Mercantile here in downtown Winthrop, Minnesota. This is a new room that got set up. They were hosting the Winthrop Royalty. Yes, Bobby. Jessica did say hi to you at Menards. She said hi, Santa, because that is your nickname now, next to being Wild Hair. So, but yeah, we're here at a new setup. This possibly could be the new b.hive studios. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens down the road. I do kind of like the comfort of my own home, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyhow, also have a new camera that I'm trying out, which was also given to me by the Paulsons, and it's it's a little portable jobby, so you can kind of see what's going on. You can see, here's the setup. Here's how I look at you people. This is how I know when you guys are online and joining me. And there's a fan back there that I put in here, and I'm hoping it doesn't go over what I'm saying. I hope it doesn't interfere with what's going on here. And then here's a little fireplace set up. I don't know if Bobby's going to let me burn fires in here or not, but hey, I'm always willing to try. Always willing to try. So yeah, this is new stuff. Also, I've been with RS Fiber. It's a telecom company here in town. I've been with them for 10 years, and my anniversary date's coming up. And they gave me a $200. I can hear it, but it's not too loud. Oh, good. It'll make good kind of scary background music or background sounds. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I got a $200 Amazon gift certificate, and I bought all new blogging studio equipment. So, what that means is I will have a second microphone for Bobby or whoever I have as a guest here. Also, I'll have a soundboard that I can change my voice and stuff with, which would be really cool for doing different voices in the stories. So yeah, I'm kind of psyched about that. And yeah, so it's a new spot, and let me know what you guys think. The lighting's kind of weird because I've got this overhead here, and so you just see a lot of shadows on my face. But and I can't shut the light off from here. Oh, I suppose I can. But if I shut the light off, then you will not be able to. Well, maybe you will. We'll give it a try. We will give it a try. Okay, sounds like the fan's not too big of an issue. That's good. That is good. So yeah, so we're trying out different stuff. Also tonight, after Horror Humpdays, the Paulsons are going to come here. We've all been hearing some stuff going on here at the store, and the last time we had that issue, which was kind of wacky because part of it was like a typewriter issue, a typewriter doing its own thing. I came here and I saged the store for them, and as the inventory comes in and out of here, more energies come in here, new energies or whatever, and it's been making itself pretty well known. In fact, this store right here tends to knock a lot, especially when Beth is working. Also happened, I think, when Kenny was here as well, Beth's son. So yeah, so after this, then I will be going through and saging with the Paulsons. So we'll be doing that afterwards. And what I do with that, you have your mother of pearl, abalone shell, and I got my little medicine bag here, and this is actually a black hawk feather. And how did I tie this thing up? Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, I have done this for a few people, and I've also done it for myself as well. I'm not a witch doctor or a medicine man or anything like that, but I do believe we all have a little something in us that can cleanse the room, and it's actually really odd that I cannot get this thing open now. But I wanted to show you guys the contents of my medicine bag, and it's not going very well for me, especially since it's just a single string. Right? So anyway, normally I pull from here blindfolded or with my eyes closed, because anything I pull out is something I need for where I'm at. So anyways, here's the sage that I use. California white is usually the most available one around. So, but yes, I have all kinds of other things that you can use to smudge. And I also have some things that are very important to my own culture, which is mother of pearl. We use these kind of as little gifts from Tangaroa, which is the deity of the sea and all things water. So there are also special stones and stuff in there, healing stones, all kinds of great stuff. So there, I've bored you with that. But anyhow, we'll be doing that after the show. I am thinking, whenever Bobby gets some free time, that he's got ghost equipment, and it would be kind of fun to do a lock-in at a haunted spot and do some ghost hunting. I don't know. You guys all tell me what you think on that. So I'm gonna try testing this shutting off the light thing in here. See what happens. Oh, there we go. We can still see each other, right? Yeah. This is pretty good. I just can't back away from the the camera too much. So there we go. All right. You guys see me okay out there? No, I can't see you, Bobby. Are you here? That would be funny if you were here, but okay, Beth says she can see me. Alright. And it's not like annoying type of thing. Drinking some peace tea tonight. Alright. Kevin says we're groovy. We are missing somebody though. We're missing Chuck. We're missing Chuck and his Badgers of Doom. He will make it. Alright, Jessica says we're good. It's about as dark as The Office. Oh, okay. Alright, good. Plenty of light I get off the laptop then. So tonight's story is a bit short, so that's why I kind of rambled on a little bit. But if you remember, one of our dreamers, Linda, who was dealing with becoming a werewolf, or a Loup Garou, as the cult that she belonged to, or her parents belonged to, called themselves. It's more of kind of a Cajun name for a werewolf, is a Loup Garou. And she was having her birthday. Well, our hero Joe has happened upon this birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and that's where we meet up with him. So I think without any further ado, it's 8:15, and I think with this extra camera on here, it's sucking juice out of my laptop, so I should probably get moving on this story here before the laptop dies, huh? Or I'll have to unplug the fan and plug the charger back in. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's get the story started. Is everybody ready? Give me a yeah. Alrighty. Pavor Nocturnus, Chapter 10. Joe Takes a Dirt Nap, Part 5. Kevin with the ho ho ho. With every sleeper the interloper takes, the weaker it becomes. And he has the audacity to bring the girl back? The conduit? How did he do that? The house of night terrors trembled. Its walls were cracking, and the foundation began to wither like parched tree roots. It was beginning to lose control. It had him. Oh, how it had him. Dreaming deeply in its gossamer webbing, broken and nearly faithless. If it wasn't for the girl coming back, he would have fed on it for eons. When was the last time it had feasted on a guardian, a savior, a svabicho? Then it would have had the girl, too. The girl was older now, but her imagination was still fresh and full of fear. Her mind was still 8 years old. She had already built a bridge during her time with it, a bridge that let loose the nightmare progeny it had birthed into the land of lucidity. It would do what it needed to do to keep the others. It would do what it needed to do to ensnare the interloper. Let him come. Let him try. But what if one of them comes back? Another tremor. What if they all came back? A room on its second floor deteriorated and crumbled through the first floor and disappeared into the blackness of its basement. It was a fluke. That's what it was. They couldn't return unless it would brought them back. This interloper had no such power. Or did he? Doubt developed in the back of its consciousness, and floorboards began to ripple and weaken. Fuck, that felt good, Joe said, shaking the sting of his hand. And that fucker deserved it, too. The storefront of Madame Ophelba LaRue had folded in on itself and became nothing but a crumbling wall of rotted wood. He was in a hallway again, and behind him came the glow of neon lights, buzzing and snapping with sparks. The sign, with some letters burnt out, read, Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Palace. I'm in 1985, he smiled to himself. He grabbed the door that was made of dim smoked glass. He expected to see the orange glow of this arcade pizza parlor. Old arcade and midway games lined up with kids shouting and playing. Some of the younger ones jumping into ball pits of multicolored plastic orbs, and skee-ball lanes lined up along the wall. Those nightmarish animatronics playing some droning song, played at half speed while their robotic mouths snapped like shark jaws. He paused. Ah, fuck, he thought to himself. I don't know if I can deal with that. You don't have a choice, Joseph. It was his grandma's voice. You must help this girl. Grandma? He said to himself. Where have you been? With you. I am always with you. Now open the door. I swear to God, Grandma, if there's some even more nightmarish version of those fucking puppets in there. Watch that mouth, Joseph. Whatever is in there, you are stronger than that. Now get your shit ass in there. Joe chuckled, as he had never heard his grandmother swear before. When he opened the door, there was no arcade or animatronic horrors. Not even the scent of pizza. There were children. But they were in pieces, and they were strewn about a wooden deck in coagulating puddles of blood and entrails. The smell of rotten vegetation and copper hung in the air. Oh, fuck, he said beneath his breath. Instead of the gnarly fake fur of Chuck E. Cheese the mouse, and his anthropomorphic robot band, there were human-shaped wolves, growling and snarling, hunched over the remains of the children, emitting sick, wet sounds of chewing meat and crunching through bones. One such wolf had a torn banner draped around her shoulders that read, "Happy Birthday, Linda." She was chewing upon what looked like the lower half of some kid's leg. A blood-stained Nike hung on its foot. "Grandma," Joe whispered, "I don't know about this one." "You can do this, grandson. Remember who you are. Remember why you are here." "Is she the dreamer?" "Yes. I think I'd rather deal with Terminator robots than this." "That's your fear talking. You dwell within the rules of her dreams and her fears. Wake her up, and this place will have no power over you." "Wake up a goddamn werewolf? Fuck me. You need soap for that mouth." "Linda?" he said hesitantly. The wolf was ripping a ligament from the tibia. Her ears perked up at the mention of her name. The other wolves stopped eating and turned their attention to Joe. Hey everyone," he said. "Happy birthday, Linda." Her lips peeled back to expose her canines that were gleaming with blood and saliva. She growled at him. The other wolves stood up and started towards him. She roared and they stopped. Joe was trembling, but stood his ground. "Linda," he said, trying not to stutter. You need to wake up. This is all a really bad dream." The wolves spoke to one another in a chorus of growls and barks. They looked as if they were ready to tear him apart, but stood still, waiting for Linda's actions. "I know you probably want to tear me apart right now. Maybe you even want to eat me." She howled in agreement. "But this isn't the real you. This is just a nightmare." Something moved under her skin, and the fur in her body began to twitch, and some of it disappeared. Her face was nearly human again. Nightmare?" she whispered. Joe could see the innocent brown eyes gazing at him. They were both hungry and confused. "Yes, kiddo, a nightmare." "But I killed. I ate." Her skin shifted again, and she was becoming the wolf again. "In your dream, Linda, but not in real life." She snarled again and looked around, horrified. She was making her way back to humanity. She looked at the other wolves around her. "Don't know what's..." One of the bigger wolves pushed her out of the way, and he charged at Joe with claws extended and fangs bared. Before Joe could pivot out of the way, the wolf caught him, digging all 5 of its claws deep into his shoulders. He tried to struggle his way out, but the wolf dug its canines into his neck and ripped a large chunk from him. Blood gushed from the wound like a sprinkler. "This is not real, Joseph. Keep that in your head." Joe closed his eyes, trying to close off the wound with his hand, remembering that if this was real, he would be a dead man right now. "You see?" He tried to speak without gurgling in his own blood. "This is not real." The large wolf bit down on his bicep and tore it off his bone in stringy gobbets of bloody meat. "It's not real," Linda said. Joe was beginning to succumb to the wounds. Black spots began flickering like obsidian stars in his peripherals. "Fight this, grandson, for her sake as well as yours." Linda was phasing back and forth from wolf to human again. "Please," Joe uttered. "Please, Linda, you have to trust me." Linda had patches of fur, but she was nearly human now. Her brown eyes filled with tears and blood clotted around her mouth. Joe's wounds were healing, and his strength was coming back. The large male wolf lifted its right claws and prepared to strike Joe in the face. "Alpha Sibley!" Linda yelled. "You are a lie!" The giant wolf cringed as if it had been struck and yelped. "Atta girl," Joe said, as the last of his wounds stopped bleeding and they began to close. "This is all a lie." Two other wolves stepped forward, snarling and growling, ready to join Alpha Sibley in Joe's slaughter. "Mother!" Linda shouted. "Father! Stop this! Right now!" They disobeyed her and began to nip at Joe. "They're not your parents, Linda," he said calmly, as they attempted to break his skin. "Stop this!" "Yes, child," Alpha Sibley said. "Give in to that rage. Become one with it. Relish in it." "No!" Linda's fur began to thicken, and her canines were coming in. She felt her bones begin to move inside her. "Yes, this is who you are. This is your family. Don't take the side of some stranger. You are one of us. The Loup Garou is your heritage." "That's not true!" Her parents' fangs began to break the skin on Joe's arms. "You're losing her," his grandma said. "Bring her back." "Linda!" he shouted desperately. "For the love of God, wake up!" In full wolf mode, she howled up towards the sky. The moon was full and a dark pumpkin orange. The rest of the pack began to howl with her. Alpha Sibley gave Joe a knowing smile, his red eyes sparkling at him as Linda's parents began to tear away Joe's skin. One of the long metal poles that had recently held the birthday banner for Linda's becoming sat opposite its mate. Linda had broken the pole with her muscled arm. She growled at her parents and at Alpha Sibley. "What are you doing?" Alpha Sibley looked at her. She bent the pole so that the jagged end was directed at her chest. "Linda!" Joe screamed out. "Don't do it!" Her parents stopped biting at Joe, and they joined Alpha Sibley in running at Linda. Just before they reached her, she gazed at Joe with saddened brown eyes, as if they were trying to say, "Thank you," and she plunged herself into the pole. It jabbed deep inside her canine chest, crunching through the sternum and into her heart. Her parents fell into heaps of black goo, while Alpha Sibley howled and fell into a pile of ash. "Grandma!" Joe uttered, his throat choking with tears. She ended this, my grandson." "Then is she?" "Sadly, yes." The heart monitor flatlined. A long, unrelenting beep that didn't end until the nurse powered it off. "Oh my God, no!" Linda's mother yelled, tears streaming down her cheeks. "No! Oh, my Linda!" Her father grasped her lifeless body in the hospital room. "My Linda!" "Code Blue!" the nurse shouts out into the hall. A team of nurses and doctors stream into the hospital room, trying to revive her to no avail. "Pastor!" Her mother falls into the arms of Pastor Sibley. "Oh, dear God, Pastor!" "She's in the arms of the Lord now," he says. "May Daragor find her and keep her." The medical team left the room. Only the doctor and the family remained. "Subject is deceased," the doctor announces. "September 4th, 1985, 18:16 hours. The room fills with howls, joined in by the doctor. "My condolences," the doctor says robotically. "It's sad that she never made it to her becoming." "The Loup Garou have lost one of the pack," the pastor said, and bowed his head. The old wooden shingles fell like dead leaves in autumn. Its cohesion was falling apart. It did not like or see this coming. The sleeper ended its own life just to leave the nightmare. It couldn't take too many more losses, but the Savior felt it. Oh, he felt it. It wore guilt like a cloak. It would use this against him. It would feed off that energy. The House of Pavor Nocturnus wasn't beaten yet. It still held its milk cows deep in the house, their fear feeding its heartbeat. "I couldn't save her," Joe wept into his hands. He was sitting in one of the hallways with his back leaning on one of the rotted walls. The house was shifting and seemed to be routing its strength into other parts of itself, where the sleepers lay. "It's feeding on your tears, Joseph," his grandmother said. "All negative energy is like milk and honey to this thing." "I can't help it. She couldn't have been any more than 12 years old." "Let your grief and your guilt be your resolve, not your weakness, my dear." "What happens to these people when they wake up?" "Some wake up from comas. Some wake up just as anyone else does from a night's sleep. That Stephanie girl, she said she was in a coma, and then when she got sedated, she ended up back here, but she was older." "Time moves differently here, in the land of Nod, than it does in the land of lucidity. It is not such a linear thing as most believe. It happens in moments, not increments." Do they die? When they die in here?" "Yes." Guilt covered him in a wet woolen blanket, soaking him to his core. "This is bullshit." "It is what it is, grandson. She had the free will to end herself like she did. That was her way out." "If I would have tried harder." "You did not force her hand, Joseph. It is not you running this abattoir of fear. You can only do the best that you know how to do. Like I said, it's bullshit. We must hurry. The house is collapsing. Do you feel it?" "Yes." "If you are not able to get the rest out of this, They and you may be lost here forever. Grandma, I don't know if I can do this anymore. You must. This is your destiny. It can be painful, but your shoulders are broad, and you can bear this weight. Now stand up. Joe cleaned his face with the back of his hands. Stand up! I'm trying. There is no try. There is either do or do not. You got that shit from Star Wars. His grandmother chuckled. Then get up, young Padawan. Embrace your grief. Hold on to your guilt. And save those people. You are Svadicho. You are a guardian. You are savior. Joe stood up. He brushed the dust and pieces of plaster and wood from his shoulders. The house groaned and the floor cracked and splintered. Okay, he said. Let's do this. And that, my friends, is the end of part... What was that, part 5? Yeah. That is the end of part 5. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm going to pop the light on because it's kind of freaking you out. There we go. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said, that one was a short one, and it, yeah, but there was a lot happened. A lot happened in a very short period of time, and kind of threw him for a loop. Damn! You must have liked it, Gal. So, yeah, I think I remember Beth saying that out of all my stories, the werewolf story actually got her to dream about werewolves. And so hopefully I didn't do that to you again tonight, Beth. So next week, what are we doing? Well, next week, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Tunes on Tuesday. Definitely great to hear you, sir. Well, thank you, Jessica. I think we are going to have a Tunes on Tuesday. Music on Mondays doesn't work because I'm usually on call. And I don't know what we'd do if I got called away to an ambulance call, a medical call, while I was on air. So we'll have to do like maybe Thursday. Maybe. I'm just trying to move stuff around so that Bobby can join us. Jingle bells. He's already requesting Christmas songs. Anyhow, just a few more months, Kev. Yeah, so we're going to have part 11. No, wait, not part 11. We're going to have part 6 next week. And Joe will be hopping into a dystopia type of deal, if you guys remember from the other story. So, and I'm not sure what we're doing for Tunes for Tuesday. I don't know if Bobby will be here or not. Haven't the slightest. What I do know is that I will be here and I'll be playing something. Not exactly sure what I'll be playing, but I'll be playing something. And usually those are the nights that we get a lot of people on, which is kind of cool. So I kind of refuse to kind of plan Tunes for Tuesdays anymore because it seems to go a lot better and a lot... Actually, my Tunes for Tuesday bit on this channel is probably my most... Well, it's my busiest. I get the most views off of the Tunes for Tuesday. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Which is funny because that was something I didn't plan on doing. I planned on doing this thing. So, he's got a meeting on Tuesday. Of course, that's right, twice a month. So, probably not. Well, maybe we'll shoot for Thursday. anyhow, there'll be some music-themed day next week. And hopefully Bobby's not doing anything on Thursday. I don't know, we'll have to discuss that. In the meantime, I will put up some kind of announcement or something as to what's really happening next week. I hope to have my new equipment next week. But again, that's stuff I have to set up and figure out how to use and blah, blah, blah. So, but yes, please. And well, first of all, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thanks for joining me. After we are done with this book, I think I have resolved to not read a horror story to you. Because first of all, I can't read you any of my favorite horror books from other authors because I can get sued for copyright infringement, which I totally get and I totally respect that. It was just kind of a bummer because it was something I would kind of look forward to doing other people's books. But I am going to be reading you the Ballad of Broken Bird. It is still in its rough stages. I think I'm on chapter 37 right now. It's not completed, so I don't know where it's going to go. But yeah, we'll have to call it something different. But it'll be on a Wednesday, and it's going to be this book. The Ballad of Broken Bird is something very near and dear to me because it has a lot of myself in that book. The main character is me, and I changed things around so that it's not implicating anybody. But all the people in the book are real people, and the interactions are real. They're just put in a fictitious way. So yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot more viewers with that because I know I've had a lot of people say, "Well, let me know when you read something that isn't horror." So maybe even I get my family to watch one of these ones. That would be nice. Okay, so anyway. Thank you guys for always being here. I really rely on you guys, and I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see you next week. Paulson's, I will see you guys in 10-15 minutes or so. So until then, peace and a bottle of hair grease. Mwah! Love you. And I can't wait to see what the next week brings. Alright. Have a great night. And Chuck, if you show up later, sorry we missed you, buddy. I'm sure you had something big going on. Alright. Love you guys. I am out.